안녕하세요, 인티예요, 감사합니다. That's a bit of Korean, and welcome to our show, Music Reaction. We do it. And I'm Inti, and this is
Kit. That was all Korean, was it?
yeah, all Korean the whole way through.
Yeah, wow, that's really impressive. Cool. And I'm amazed at myself how much I understood. I feel like I understood about half of that. Yeah. So I know more Korean than I thought. So, we're going to be watching Itzy, Not Shy. Have you ever heard of the musician called Itzy before? Or musician, band? I don't know. Have you ever heard of Itzy before?
No, apart from the fact that I think they're Korean. I hope they're Korean. To be fair, I actually haven't done the full research. Because if they're not Korean, our opening is a bit weird.
Well, I've got the lyrics loaded up here, and they are all Korean characters.
Way! So, good.
Yes, is a song in Korean, so that's nice. Wow, this song is really aggressive. I like it.
These are not good boys.
Yeah. So it was interesting. So first we had a 40-second kind of trailer before the song, something that's not really part of the song. And it very much sounded like a movie trailer. Like it had all of those really obnoxiously loud sounds in it. You know, like... like these really loud kind of explosion sounds. And I was thinking like, oh, is the whole song just going to be like this? It's really avant-garde. But then, okay, that finishes. Actual song begins. But the actual song is still pretty aggressive. Like, it surprises you at points. It kind of... you think it's going one way, but then it just does little things to kind of surprise you, which I quite like.
Yeah, I like it. It was a very Tarantino-esque opening. Like, I imagine there's a scene in Kill Bill where she's walking to fight like 100 men, or maybe it's 88 men, I can't remember. Yeah, I think they're called the 88. And anyway, the music is quite similar to what they were using. It's like and like that opening was very Tarantino-esque, which makes me think they're singing in Korean. So I actually don't know what they're singing about, which is cool. But yeah, it makes me think they're on a mission. These girls, these ladies are on some kind of a mission. Did you catch any of the lyrics just by reading them?
Well, they said "not shy." There was a bit where they said "not shy, not me." So,
but yeah.
So that's one.
That's one. Oh, I love Korean culture. I really love Korea. Like, I'm a big fan of Korea.
Oh, what are the things you really like about it?
I just like it.
What are your top 3 things about Korean culture?
The food.
Is it the food? Okay.
Yeah, the food. The people are super... They're like perfectly the middle. Like, I feel like I've been to Japan and it's really conservative, and I've been to China and it seems to be like super open. And Korea's like a perfect sort of middle ground. It's just lovely. They're like, firstly, they're the most gay friendly out of those 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And but yeah, I just like Korean culture. I like the language. When I hear it, it makes me happy. Yeah. And plus they won the Oscar this year.
Yeah. Man, cool. Let's see if the rest of this video is worthy of an Oscar.
Oh, I like it a lot. I like it because it's a group of women singing, and obviously they're all harmonizing with each other in the chorus when they're singing, but they're also harmonizing with each other when they're like saying, "Give me now, give me," like when they're almost just talking, "Give me now, give me now." Like there's harmonies going on there, and it's really great. It's intricate.
Yeah, it's kind of like half singing, half yelling. The kind of where they drop out of singing to kind of shout a refrain.
Yeah, they'll harmonize those shoutings.
It's funny to think that you can harmonise yelling. That is funny. What are the flavours musically here? Like, is it... there's something that it's reminding me of. Is it reggaeton that it's reminding me of? Like a kind of South American, is it Central American kind of thing? You know, the weird effect that's put on that brass instrument. You know, that that thing that you know what it has that really weird effect on it. To me that sounds very, I think it's reggaeton, but then so much of the rest of the song doesn't sound like that. It really feels like there's a mash of a varied selection of musical flavors, like nationalities or styles.
That is, I mean, firstly, number one, baby. Whenever I hear a brass instrument, I immediately think it's Latin reggaeton. Whenever I hear any kind of brass instrument in a song, I'm like, oh, must be Spanish. But that's probably just me trying to, get to my roots more.
You're watching some 90s, 50s comedy, and you're watching some 1950s comedy, and like someone falls down, wah wah wah, and you're like,
oh, my family. And I don't want this to come across as like a put down to Korean music, but
oh great, then don't say it.
No, I want to say it. I find it interesting.
You think the people can take it? Because the people of Korea, they're perfectly in the middle. They're very, very sanguine. They'll be mature about it.
I sometimes get the feeling when I hear K-pop music, I feel like they are trying to sound like Western music. And something gets a little bit lost in translation, just a little bit in the music, and it creates K-pop. And I love the sound of K-pop because it's not quite exactly Western music. There's something, I don't know, there's something just a bit lost in translation. Like, obviously, the whole world knows what the most famous songs are in the world. Everyone in the world knows Justin Timberlake, and everyone in the world
knows...
Yeah, exactly. Happy Birthday, Michael Jackson. Everyone in the world knows the most popular sounds, and so I think all countries are trying to emulate a lot of, like, especially their like current pop music. They're trying to emulate the most popular sounds that make the most money. And sometimes things get lost in translation, and it's created a whole genre of K-pop, which it kind of sounds Western, and at the same time, it really distinctly doesn't sound Western to me. It's there's a cuteness to it. It seems a little bit more manufactured, and I'm not saying Western music isn't manufactured, because it definitely is, but it feels a bit more manufactured, like committee of being like, this is what Western music's like, this is what we need, this is what you need to wear, and then you get K-pop, and it's a great genre of music.
Yeah, I mean, thank goodness. Like whether it's that they're trying to emulate it exactly and not succeeding because something gets lost in translation, or whether it is they are saying, okay, let's emulate 70% of it and the other 30%, let's put our own spin on it, let's put our own originality. Like, whichever of those two it is, like, yeah, thank goodness they're not emulating exactly, because that'd be so boring.
말해봐다 어서 다 cause I'm not shy not shy not me 난다 너네 있다 not shy not shy not me give me da
I really like it. I don't know what the song is about because I can't understand the lyrics, and I haven't really been reading the small subtitles that are on the music video because for whatever reason they're in dark grey with a blackish kind of dark greyish background to it. It makes it really hard to read. But there's a really, I don't like this stereotype at all, but there's a stereotype for Asian women that they're shy. And it's cool just to have this song like just shouting, not shy, because I know tons of like really outgoing and fun Asian people. In fact, most people I like are Korean. The majority of people I like are Korean.
Yeah, I'm like the only honky who you're friends with.
Yeah. Have you managed to catch anything in the lyrics at all?
I've not really been focusing on the lyrics. I really like the sound of this song. It feels, like we listened to BTS a few moments ago, and this feels just, I'll admit that in terms of my personal reactions to it, like the BTS just felt very, to me, like very nice and plain and fine and inoffensive, which I guess is the point. Like, it's silly to think of that as a criticism, because that is the point, that BTS is, like, it's not meant to be aggressive. So I guess all I'm saying is, I guess this band that we're listening to, Itzy, their musical style is a more aggressive style, a more yelly, aggressive style than BTS, and I personally, I just find that I like that more. So I'm really enjoying the sound of this song. It's very relentlessly aggressive, and I like it. I really like that.
Let's just be who we are, do what we do, need a little help. Let the beat drop. Not shy, not me. Not shy,
Nice.
Awesome. Not shy.
Musically, it's difficult because if I'm going to rate it on like how do I personally feel about it, musically I'm going to give this a 9 because I just had a lot of fun while listening to it. But if I'm going to rate it on, is it musically like well formed? It seems to be. I don't know much about music. It seems to be musically well formed. It seems like there's a lot of different stuff going on and a lot of stuff which almost is jarring because it's from very different genres, but it's in the same track, and they made it work. So I think, musically, I think they've done a really good job. I would give this a high rating if I were to rate it. If someone were to ask me to.
Okay. And Kit, what would you give it out of 10?
I would give it a 9.
I would also give it a really high rating. It feels like a group of strong women making a statement, not shy, not me, and the music is, for whatever reason, it's not my type of music. Like, I don't listen to this.
It's not you.
It's not me. That's not me. But for whatever reason, I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with it.
Alright, well, remember to smash that report button for offensive language.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.